My name is Aiden Davenport. I grew up in Rwanda, East Africa, and China. And I came to Harding because, well, my parents went here and I got a scholarship, and I also just really like the atmosphere of Harding. I went on a visit here, and I remember clear as day, it was like 11:50 that I got here, and I got in front of the business building. And I walked from the business building to the American Studies, and at that moment, all the classes were coming out, and I could just see people entering this, big thoroughfare to the CAF, and there were people high-fiving each other and saying hi, and people on skateboards and bikes, and it just felt like I was in New York City, walking down the street, and just everybody just seemed like they were friends, and they knew each other, and they liked being here, and I was like, dang, I kind of want to be like that, and now I feel like I am. Where I'm from in East Africa, in Rwanda, I was in the capital city, and the country is nestled between Congo, which is like super dangerous, and then Burundi, which is in a war, and then Uganda is just so crazy. So we're like kind of in the middle of all these crazy war zones. But Rwanda was really just like a really safe haven, I guess. And so we were safe there, which is a lot of people's main concern when we tell them we're from Rwanda. I loved my home and my friends there, and when COVID hit, we were just at home having dinner, and the whole country was in lockdown, and like the lockdown was run by the government. So if you were out of your house past like the 7 o'clock curfew, they would take you to the local stadium, which they turned into a prison for people that were out past curfew, which was really crazy. And so we were there in the country, and we got a call from the US Embassy, and they said, you have 8 hours to leave your house. So we spent all night packing and got on the next flight, the only flight out of the country. And so leaving was really difficult just because we couldn't say goodbye to literally anybody. We couldn't really do anything. We didn't even see the sun come up. But culturally, there are so many differences between them. Just like, for example, in China, like smacking with your mouth when you're eating is like a sign that the food is good. So when I got to America, I was smacking all over the place, like, this is good food. And people obviously didn't realize that. Also, like, for example, in China as well, spitting on the ground and peeing outside just on the street is normal, which I didn't do so much, but coming here it was different. And in Rwanda, there's a lot of cultural differences. Like, you can't say no to somebody. If you say no at all, it's seen as super disrespectful. So if instead of saying no, you say like yes, but then you don't do it, just because you don't want to come off as rude. So coming here, that was difficult because I couldn't feel like I say no to anybody. And when I said yes, I'm thinking they're going to realize that means yes or no, just whatever. But so it was kind of difficult, people not liking when I didn't follow up on my word when I was just living my normal life. And definitely things about American culture, I feel like, at least in the teenage world, there's a lot less respect for each other and for the adults. Like, being rude to an adult is just kind of normal in America, but there, you're getting parented by everybody. Like, if you said something mean to somebody, half the village would come and tell you to shut up. And yeah, when I got here, I definitely missed my home and missed the culture there in Rwanda. And I've gone back every summer for a variety of different ways. I've found a way to go there through like internships and stuff. Definitely coming to America, it's cool seeing people that are from even just Asian countries or even from African countries, because I can relate to them so much more than some of my peers, especially when I first came to America. Rwanda is so safe, and so you can go on crazy trips. Yeah, when we were 12, we would hitchhike like across the country on a regular, which was fun, and we still do that. This summer, actually, I went back to Rwanda, and I went on this like 3 or 4 day trip where we started in the capital city and we hitchhiked over the course of a couple days, sleeping in trees in the forest and stuff. Actually, I started this same trip 2 summers ago, and I got stopped by the military and I got detained by them. I was like in the middle of nowhere in this jungle, I was trying to get to the source of the Nile. Sorry, I'll backtrack. I was trying to get to the source of the Nile, and I kept trying to go there, and I got detained by the military for a bit, which obviously hampered my travels. But this summer, I was able to get all the way to the source of the Nile. And the thing about mapping is, if you have a river, the way to find the source of that river, there's a few methods, and one of the methods is to find the source that's the most south. So when I got to the source of the Nile, the thing I did was I stood south of it and it was in the middle of the jungle, just like surrounded by monkeys and stuff, and I put water in my mouth and I stood south of the stream and I spit into it. So following the rules, the southernmost source was my mouth. So I literally was the source of the Nile. That's why I went through all these dangers to try to find the source of the Nile. So that was kind of cool, you know. I was the source of the Nile. Even in America, like, we carry like the adventureness. You can carry that to America too. Like we train hop to different parts of America. Recently we train hop to Memphis, and so between Little Rock and Memphis, it's a straight shot, and the trains go 40, 50 miles per hour. You can't get on. There's this beautiful little thing where the train track curves and it has to slow down, and that city is Searcy that it slows down at. So in Searcy, you can jump on a train and go anywhere in the country you want to. So we've done that before, which is always fun. But definitely lots of adventures and it's fun to video them because you have memories.